outside the compound of Shifa Hospital. We just walked 50 meters from the hospital, and this is the entrance from outside the street. I want you to look closely. It's the same mechanism of staircase going down, and this is the roof that enters into the Shifa Hospital. When people ask us, why do we need to ruin the buildings next to the area? Why do we work the way we work? It's because Hamas has built a terror infrastructure underneath, underground, underneath the buildings. He uses the way to be close to the hospital, but these kind of tunnels keep on going to different kind of bases, meaning commanders of Hamas go to the hospital, give directions to the forces, go out by these tunnels, and they go out, proceed their terror acts against our soldiers, firing rockets on our civilians, go back and directly to the hospital as a human shield. We're now outside a street which is parallel to the Shifa Hospital. And it goes, the tunnel system that we saw underneath the Shifa Hospital gets until this house. I want to show you it. We're entering the house. We're entering the house now. We're entering the house. In this house, it's a regular apartment. It's a regular apartment. In this apartment, you have gear and equipment. We're entering the room. We're entering the room. Okay, you can see the board. It's like a classroom inside a house. You have the warriors here. Our warriors here are working on the tunnel shaft, and then you can see the tunnel shaft. It was covered with the floor. We had to remove the floor and understand this tunnel shaft. Now we're going down inside the tunnel shaft. Just imagine how people are building tunnels underneath a home in a room that has a classroom. And here you can see we're entering into the tunnel. And the tunnel goes and goes. And then you can see the structure that we already seen of the staircase. A spiral staircase going down into the tunnel that we saw outside the Shifa Hospital. And this direction also that brings us to areas which is different from the Shifa Hospital, meaning one direction goes to the Shifa Hospital, other directions go to different places, different location where the terrorists can move using the safe haven, the human shield of the hospital, the human shield of those regular houses, providing them shelter, held by civilians, and they choose it in the most barbaric and cynic way. In a room, they use it in a room that should have provided teaching for children. This is their choice. This is what we're fighting. You see, those are classes. It's room that has a class. These are classes. People are being educated here, and the tunnel goes outside from a house who meant to give teaching for children. So they deliberately build the tunnels in the places they know it will be the most covered and, I'm sorry to say, cynical way, unhuman, using children being learning inside a house.